Welcome in to another episode of the Gridiron Fantasy Show. I'm your host, Paul Edgington, joined by my co host, as always, Derrik Cook, coming to you here with another episode. This week, we are going to do an Underdog Weekly Winners Best Ball Draft, my personal favorite format. It's a little bit different compared to the traditional weeks 1 through 14, then you hit the playoffs. This one is straight weeks 1 through 17. There is no playoffs, no pods, no advancement, nothing like that. It's exactly what the title is, weekly winners. So from each week 1 through 17, there's 100K paid out to, it looks like, I believe, the top 4,000 scores each and every week. I played this format last year. I think I hit 4 or 5 weeks, but I was in the green and profited after hitting on 1 week. So I absolutely love that. Plus, you get paid out after the week is over. You don't have to wait till the end of the season for your winnings. So I'd much rather do these kind of drafts as opposed to the portfolio type, Best Ball Mania, the Palm, all those other contest Underdog offers. This is by far my favorite. So we'll go ahead and get rolling into that here in a minute. But Derrik, how are you doing on this lovely Wednesday evening? It's not our usual Friday night recording sessions, but here we are.
I'm doing great, man. Getting the wife is getting food ready for Independence Day tomorrow, U.S. of A. brother. So like you said, wee hours of Wednesday night, not our regular scheduled programming, but I'm ready to do another draft, back-to-back weeks, different platform, but I'm ready for it.
Yeah, we did a
How
best ball best ball on DraftKings last week, so we're just making our rounds. We're going to do a FanDuel best ball draft next week. But I'm doing well. I'm excited to get into this, and we are now on YouTube. After almost 2 years of doing the show, we finally said, fuck it, let's get on YouTube. Let's dive into it, put these ugly mugs out there for the public to see, and here we are. We'll be recording on our usual night this Friday as well, a 2025 rookie preview episode, so diving into the next NFL draft class for fantasy. Our favorite thing in fantasy football is, of course, rookies, Devy, college football. It's what we live for. So we're going to do a decently deep dive into the upcoming class this Friday for you guys. But tonight, we're going to do a little best ball. Not what we usually do, but hey, it's July. So we're going to go ahead and dip our toes in some different areas of fantasy football and get this puppy rolling. So we'll go ahead and bring that up to the screen and get our pretty mugs gone away for you. So we'll go ahead and click enter in about 3, 2, 1, enter.
Yes, sir. And hit yes.
And yes.
All right.
Looks like I got 8, waiting for 8 people.
That's what I'm waiting for. Just get a bunch of people in.
Yep, now it's at 6.
Yep.
But all right, we should be in the same lobby. At least I sure as hell hope so.
I would hope so. This is try number 2. So
yeah, we did have a little bit of a blunder our first take recording. Derrik's not a big best ball player, and unfortunately in Ohio, you do have to set some form of rankings to enter a draft. And well, we just couldn't figure out what the hell the holdup was and why he couldn't enter. So this is take 2. Figured it out. Now just got to wait on a couple people to join, and hopefully we'll be off and running in no time.
Yeah, good Ohio, making it more complicated than it needs to be, man. I love it. Wouldn't be Ohio if it wasn't that way. But like you said earlier, getting these nice ugly mugs on YouTube so you guys can put some faces to voices. Apologize if I look a little tired, a little cross-eyed. It's a little late in the middle of a week, so even though I'm ready for football, I'm ready for bed as well. But I'm gonna try and keep the energy up. Woo!
That's right, baby. A little Ric Flair. Woo!
Woo! That's right.
Oh, now we're cooking. Only got three spots left. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, we're in the same one because mine says waiting for 3 people. I like how the tab shows that too at the top.
Yeah, DraftKings was definitely a lot slower to fill, but makes sense. Best ball and Underdog is top tier in the best ball and fantasy industry.
You waiting for one?
Yep, just got one person left, and we're going to be rolling. Hopefully, I get the luck of the draw and get my third 101 in a row.
Yeah, that would be nice for you, wouldn't it? I wouldn't mind having something on the turn, to be honest. I liked our last one last week where I was at 10.
Oh,
So,
here we go. Looks like we're filled. Where are we at, baby? Damn.
oh,
I
turn
am
4.
at. Oh boy.
Oh, you're at
I'm
the
at the
turn.
turn. Jesus.
Oh,
Well, you jinxed me. Thanks a lot.
you're welcome. I don't really like the 4 though. I will
Uh,
not lie.
I don't mind it, but I really same way as you. I prefer top three, bottom three if
Yeah.
possible. Oh,
Yeah, I like turns either which way. I do have to ask, what is the starting lineup? I'm unaware.
the starting lineup for this is one QB, two running back, three wide, tight end and flex. So start 8.
Gotcha.
Which that's what you and I were talking about a little bit earlier was FanDuel. They are slightly different. They are this is 18 rounds. FanDuel, same thing, half PPR, 4-point passing touchdown, -1 interception, such as Underdog. But they throw you a second flex. So start 9, and there is 20 rounds like on DraftKings as opposed to 18 rounds here. So that's more up my alley personally. I like the deeper starting lineups. Even if it is just one extra
Absolutely.
flex, I'm perfectly fine with that.
Absolutely. Right there with you, brother, for sure.
But this puppy should be kicking off here in just a minute or two.
Yeah, we're closing in on you. We're at 108 now. I took Bajan, man. And I like
Oh,
that pick.
oh, that's not guilty. That explains it.
Oh, what's not healthy?
Ah, no, nothing at all. Just technical difficulties. No
Oh,
surprise.
okay. I thought you were making fun of my draft pick.
No, not yet, not yet. Trying to get the
Technical
draft board.
difficulties as an internet?
No idea. User error. User error.
I hope you're on the clock.
Here I am on the clock. Staring at my boy. I am not your
Jameer.
typical wide receiver lover for best ball. I love my running backs. I do love the receivers, but I am a running back guy, especially in half PPR. I've always leaned that way. So definitely going to tap Jameer, just like you had said. Just going to peep his bye week or not. So I'll go ahead, go double running back just for funsies. A
There
little
you
bit
go. You look
different from
very
what you
similar.
typically see.
Yeah, very similar to what I did last week. I like it.
Yeah, your draft last week was definitely strange compared to
Strange.
most. So
No.
there's the ugly mugs. There we go. Draft board is back. That was technical difficulty. Tried to pull up just the draft board and it wasn't having it.
Wasn't liking it at all.
No, absolutely not. But you're coming back up. So after I took Jameer and JT, we had Marvin Harrison, Saquon, Devon A. Chain, Drake London, Derrick Henry. Surprisingly, a little bit early, for me at least. I don't believe Derrick Henry is going to be the Tennessee Derrick Henry. He's not going to get that type of workload in Baltimore, although he should gobble up a whole bunch of touchdowns. But where are you at on Derrick Henry right now? I see him more as a running back 2 in that range as opposed to a running back 1.
Yeah, I'm right there with you on Derrick Henry. His glory days are behind him, I'd say. He's coming into this Baltimore team that's a great rushing team, but you know Lamar's going to get his on the ground. I see Derrick Henry getting. I'd be surprised if he gets over 1,000 rushing yards this year. I'm thinking more along the 800-yard range and 8 to 10 rushing touchdowns. He's going to be in there for goal to go situations to punch it in my opinion.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's where he's going to make his hay. We've talked about him on previous shows. If he scores you a touchdown, you're going to love him for the week. If he doesn't, you're probably looking at around 10 PPR points, if that, because you know he's not going to get many receptions, not much work out of the backfield.
Yeah, I'd be happy if he got 80 yards and no touchdown. I'd be pretty freaking happy, to be honest.
Yeah, wouldn't be terrible. But, you know,
I'm already back.
Sam Laporta, first tight end off the board at 302.
I'm gonna do it.
Oh, our boy Kelsey, second
I
tight
had to
end at
do it.
304.
I had to do it, brother.
Oh man, Josh Allen, 305. So you started Bijan, Nico Collins, and Travis Kelsey. No,
Yes, sir.
no doubling down on positions just yet for you. So you're going to go ahead and swing quarterback on the next round and keep that train rolling?
I'm hoping so, but we shall see what the quarterback room is looking like. Hopefully, there's not a QB run here. With Josh Allen going at 305, yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yep, Jalen Hurts at 307, just like in our DraftKings draft. These high end elite quarterbacks went off rather early and pretty often.
Right. So, I
At
can't be
least for
mad at
you,
it.
you have two good stacking options with Stroud and Mahomes. So you do have two options here.
Yeah. Obviously, my first pick is going to be Mahomes. So I don't think he makes it back to me. But like you said, CJ Stroud is also a very good option. But I'm not sure I will take him until not my first pick coming back, but the second one. Hopefully.
Yeah, we don't play a lot of one quarterback, but I am not an early quarterback guy. Not at all.
I'm not unless it's a guaranteed good stack. And to me, there's very few of those. Like that really, Mahomes and Kelsey are about the only ones that I would go that high on a quarterback for.
I'm with
Otherwise,
you.
I would prefer to sit, like around round 5 or later for a quarterback.
Oh, here we go, baby. I'm up at the turn. Still got a couple high end tight end options: Kincaid, McBride, Mandrews. But I'm going to go ahead and take Malik Neighbors.
He was on my board. It's a good
And
pick.
I'm torn here between Devonta Smith and T. Higgins. They're both around the same area, but
You took T in your last one. I will say that.
I did. I think he was my wide receiver one there. I'll go ahead and I'll take Devonta Smith in this one and Malik Neighbors to pair Jahmyr Gibbs and Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, I like what you did there. Hedge your bets. That's good.
So, of course, with what I'm working with, I have no stacking options. I don't want Daniel Jones, Drew Lock, Jalen Hurts went off the board. So I took away the stacking option for that manager as well because, of course, A.J. Brown went in the first round. But coming down the pipe to you, Pacheco, Josh Jacobs, Michael Pittman Jr., there goes Lamar.
Oh, it's going to fuck me.
Oh, you already know it. That Jamar Chase manager right there needs that Mahomes and Jamar Chase duo.
Absolutely, he does. He's going to take Mahomes. I mean, he's at the top of the board, man. He'd be dumb not to. Oh, Amari Cooper. I'm not going to get Mahomes. It's not going to happen.
Oh yeah,
but if it doesn't, I'm okay with my QB2 option.
So it's going to be interesting. Oh, Dalton Kincaid.
Oh, maybe I do get.
Oh my God! What the fuck? What? Why?
I don't know. I might as well do it though.
A naked Anthony Richardson.
Yes, I might get a stack somewhere later down the road.
Yeah, I mean Josh Downs, maybe some of Denny Mitchell. Cheap stacking options for sure with that Colts offense. But Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, back-to-back picks when they're cooking with Justin Jefferson and Jalen Waddle. Two naked elite quarterbacks in a one-quarterback draft. Wow.
I feel like if you already got Josh Allen, there's no sense in taking, like, to me, that's a wasted pick. Because
100%.
I get you're guaranteed to have a great quarterback score every week, but you're wasting the other one. Like that to me is stupid.
Yeah, it's just a dumb pick. To put it. Makes no sense.
Yeah. Once I saw Patrick Mahomes there right before me, I was like, no way this guy goes back-to-back quarterback because he already had one. Sure shit enough, he did.
And this manager has one of the badges, so he is an experienced best ball drafter, but I'm not seeing it.
The guy, which guy? The one that took.
The guy that took back-to-back quarterbacks.
Oh, okay. I mean, 2 quarterbacks in your first 4 rounds to me is crazy.
It makes zero sense to me. Again, I don't play a hell of a lot of one. Well, I don't play any one quarterback outside of DFS and best ball drafts.
Well, I might as well do it since you left him come to me. Take T.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, and he stacked Hollywood Brown with Patrick Mahomes. That's why
Not
he
a
had to
bad
have
deal.
it. Oh, CJ Stroud.
That's all right. I'm not mad at it. I got Anthony Richardson. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, that is.
I mean,
one
I'm sure, like me and you, we both
really
have
tell.
a rich. Yeah, we both have a rich over CJ Stroud. I'm sure.
Yeah, especially in 4-point passing touchdown, 100%.
Yeah. Oh,
Trey McBeast. Damn, he was a target for me. Probably wasn't going to pull the trigger on him, but it was a possibility. Christian Kirk.
I feel like that's a little early for Kirk. Like there's a lot of meat on the bones for other wide receivers here still.
Yeah, there are. I'm double tapping wide receiver here, to be quite honest with you. I'm looking at Jaden Reed.
Who are you thinking?
In
my board? Both in my queue. I wouldn't be mad at it, man. I think that those are both great picks, young guys. You got 10 seconds, though.
Yep. Got to bleed that clock. Go ahead, tap Jaden Reed. And then you have a quarterback, so probably shouldn't tell you, but I'm going to go ahead and take Roma Dunze. Give me a stacking option down the line with my boy Caleb
I
Williams.
have a quarterback. I'm not going to take Caleb, but I think you can get him later and still be just fine.
That's my plan. I do want to get a semi-decent stack because it is best ball, but I'm not going to spend the top 7, 8 round pick on a quarterback.
Right.
And there goes Kyle Pitts right afterwards. So for me, that really does it for my elite tight ends and my tiers personally. So I'm going to be
absolutely
hunting the shit out of tight ends and taking 3 crusty ones with rounds 10, 11, 12.
Right. Just take one and hopefully they hit decent every week. One of them.
Yep. As I was starting to say earlier, that's the downfall to my builds. Personally, is going double running back in the beginning. It leaves my stacking options very limited, at least in the high-end elite tier sense.
Right.
Because right now, all I have left is possibly Jordan Love and Caleb Williams at the moment.
Well, hopefully you don't get sniped on Caleb Williams. It won't be for me, but
I hope not.
Stuff does happen.
You know me, I like the Konami code quarterbacks. If I can't get Caleb, I'm perfectly fine taking a naked Jaden Daniels because they're going in roughly the same area, same range.
Right.
So I'd prefer to have Caleb because he is, for me, he's the top 5 quarterback. Hasn't touched the NFL field, but I think he's the top 5 quarterback. Most people disagree because, he hasn't played yet. He's going to be a bust. He paints his fingernails. He's blah, blah, blah. He's emotional. I don't give a damn. He's a straight baller. He's one of the best quarterback prospects we've seen in the past 2 decades.
I've talked about it a lot, but I got to pat my own back. There's a reason why I took him in the first round of C2C League his year before he was a freshman. There's a reason for that.
There went Jordan Love already, and naked Jordan Love down there.
I don't get, getting back to the Caleb Williams discussion, though, I don't get why people, he paints his nails. Why does that matter? He's emotional. Why is it you're mad at a guy for being able to leave his emotions on his sleeves? Or he wears his emotions on his sleeves? Like, I don't get that. Like, to me, that's just weird.
Yeah, weird. So many fantasy managers are worried about what he's doing and his personal life, things like that. I don't get it either, man. It has nothing to do with his ability to play football.
Absolutely not.
Because, most of that stuff didn't come out until the last season and a half at USC. Nobody was worried about that at Oklahoma when he came in and torched Texas and really put his name on the map. I mean, he was the number 1 quarterback in his recruiting class already. But once he came into the game for Spencer Rattler versus Texas, his hype went through the roof.
Oh, absolutely. Was that the game he broke that long touchdown run?
Yes, it was.
Yeah. I mean, the kid's an absolute beast. I might have messed up
Like I
with
said, I have him
my
as top
last
5
pick.
quarterback for all formats personally, especially Dynasty that we prefer to play. But even in redraft, I will not be surprised if he finishes top 5, top 8. He's stepping into the best situation we've seen for a rookie quarterback probably ever.
I
DJ
mean,
Moore, Keenan Allen, Roma Dunze. Can't forget about Cole Kmet. He's a top 10 tight end in the league. Most people won't admit it, but he is. The
I feel like
offensive line has been improved. But
people
go ahead.
fail to remember that like Justin Fields had top 7, top 6, QB production numbers the last 2 years with a shit O-line and less weapons. And I think Caleb Williams is just as good as a runner and a far superior passer. So,
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like to me, the writing should be on the wall that Caleb Williams is poised to have a successful rookie year.
and I'm gonna have some fun with this one. Brock Bowers here at the end
That's
of the
not a bad
7th.
one.
And then
He
looking
was
at
in
the
my queue.
quarterback position, I'm looking at Burrow, Dak, Jaden Daniels, Purdy, Goff, Tua, Caleb. There's still plentiful quarterbacks out there, and we have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have plenty of teams with quarterbacks right now. So I am gonna go with another rookie just for fun. Keon Coleman.
That's not a bad
Should be
idea. I'm hoping a rookie makes it back to me, but we shall see.
he should be the
Speaking
number
of,
1 wide receiver in Buffalo. He's gonna get a lot of targets. He's gonna get the opportunity, at least. And I am building a hell of a dynasty team right now with 4 rookies, 3 in a row.
yeah, somebody's got to take up the targets that Diggs is leaving. So I think that Keon Coleman should be the primary benefactor of Diggs leaving.
Absolutely. There's a reason they drafted him as high as they did. I personally loved him at Michigan State, and his stock went up even more at the beginning of the season at Florida State, and then of course tailed off, evened out, and then now he's no good because he ran a slow 40, and all the underwear Olympics he wasn't beautiful at and great at. Film speaks for itself sometimes.
Nope, there
He
goes
can go up
Jaden
and get
Daniels.
it. Yep, there he goes. I'm not gonna lie, I'm sweating a little bit now. We've seen Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels go off the board,
I would be sweating.
and again, the
This guy's
Jaden
gonna
Daniels
this
went
guy's gonna
to
snipe me again.
who are you looking at? Oh,
John,
Njoku.
he
Okay,
didn't. Jonathan Brooks.
Jonathan Brooks. Yes, I love some Jonathan Brooks. But so he is your running back too. So you're going to be relying on him a good bit. Are you confident he's going to be there week 1 at this point and be the starter and produce
Not
for you in the first month
necessarily.
of the year?
Not necessarily, but I've got a guy that I am keying in on later in the draft that I think is going to be able to pair nicely with him.
Okay,
There's actually a couple guys.
I'm kind of surprised Brian Thomas Jr. has been sitting atop the wide receivers this long.
I'll tell you what, if he's still there when I get my next pick, I'm taking him. Because I'm
I
in the same boat
considered
as you.
him back at Roma Dunze. He's actually ADP wise higher than Roma Dunze. And he's been sitting there for 3 rounds now. A little bit
Right.
surprised.
No, absolutely. I agree with you. I mean, it's almost criminal that he's still sitting there.
Especially in best ball, the boom or bust nature. He's going to get some touchdowns. He's going to get some long touchdowns. So I'm just a little bit taken back. He's still sitting here.
Yeah, I have to take him, man. I can't
It's
not.
great value.
No, absolutely. And he's going to be one of them guys that, he catches one, he could take it all the way.
Oh, yeah. And that's what we're looking for here. The guys that are going to get those crooked numbers, those spike weeks.
Yeah, those big boom weeks.
That's why I love Keon Coleman, because I believe he's going to have quite at least a handful of those. He's going to catch a 40, 50, 60-yard touchdown like he has before at Florida State. He's going to be a red zone target.
Oh, but getting back to our underwear
Ugh.
Olympics, I don't see why people. Oh, that was ugly.
Oh my God, Mike Williams at pick 102. What the?
Yeah, I mean, he was on my board or in my queue, but he's 10 players down, 8
You know, we
players
got
down.
JSN, Rashid Shaheed. I mean, I don't know about that one. Even Gabe
I mean,
Davis,
Tyler
Octavian
Lockett,
Wiggs.
Brandon Cooks. I mean, there's a lot still on the board. That
And that's his wide receiver 3.
yeah,
Is Mike Williams or 4? Sorry, Jamar,
Yeah, but
Kupp, Christian Watson, and Mike Will.
he's looking at them boom weeks.
Yeah, if he makes it that far, shit. Between him and Christian Watson, he's going to need to draft, but replacements already. Oh, thank you, Lord. Caleb Williams has thankfully made it back to me here.
Yeah, I think you got to go QB here. But Caleb Williams at the end of the 9th, beginning of the 10th. I mean, this is great value, especially for a guy with, like you said, a top 5 quarterback upside.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially the stack with Rome, who I'm not the highest on this year for production, but Keenan Allen has had some nagging injuries throughout his career, and it wouldn't surprise anybody if he goes down at some point. Rome Odunze steps up into that role right behind him. I think there's going to be some opportunity there for him at some point in time. And again, it is best ball. He cracks my lineup a handful of times. I'm okay with that. I draft him as my wide receiver 4.
Yeah, I'd love him at my wide receiver 4. No doubt about it. I mean, he's a rookie, and when he scores, he's gonna. Man, my running backs are going off the board quick. That's who I was.
Yeah, I scooped up Tajay Spears along with Caleb Williams. I want to Blake Corum too because I'm a Michigan man. We're both very high on Blake Corum this year, but Tajay Spears sitting there, I can't pass him up for Corum right now.
Yeah, I might have to go all the way down to Blake Corum and pick him with one of my next 2 picks.
Oh, you have to because the tea leaves were there. You took Brooks. Then we saw Pollard, Singletary, Jalen Warren, Eckler, and Tajay Spears. So in that last one in the 3rd round, we saw 3, 4, 6 running backs. Almost half the picks were running back. Oh, there went Blake Corum and Jerome Ford. Okay.
I was going to say I didn't see Blake Corum. That sucks.
So now we're 15 seconds for you, pal.
Well, I might as well stack it.
A little T-Law. Oh, no, but Denny Mitchell, he was in my queue.
I wanted to get at least some piece of a stack with Anthony Richardson. I mean,
yeah, but you did take him over Josh Downs, though. Is that where you're at? A Denny Mitchell over Josh Downs for fantasy this year?
For this year, yes. I absolutely am. I think Denny Mitchell going to Texas last year, he just blossomed in the offense, and I feel like he's going to have a better rookie year than what Josh Downs is going to have a sophomore year.
Yeah. Old TJ Hawkinson in the 11th. Superb value, even though he's probably going to miss half the year. But yeah, I think when he does come back, he's going to be fed targets. We know this in that offense.
Man, I'm really hurting for another running back.
Your boy is sitting at the top of the board.
My boy.
Ezekiel Elliott.
He's in my queue, man, but he's not going to make it. Oh, maybe he does.
Well, he should.
There he is.
A little Purdy action.
Yeah, I'll take Zeke. Like we've alluded to before, on Prize Picks, they had his, what was it, 550?
525 and a half.
Yeah, to me, that is criminal. I feel like Zeke could have a very similar year to what Derrik Henry year is going to be like. 800 rushing yards and 8 to 10 rushing touchdowns. It's not going to be the same pound the rock 1,000+ yard season, but I think he could get to 800. I think that's like his ceiling. But being in the 11th round, I'll take it, especially as a RB3.
And he's going to fall into the end zone a few times too.
I have to think so. I mean, that offense isn't going to, just pass the ball every single down.
No, I don't know. Dak's arm might fall off if that happens again this year.
Well, the good thing is we don't have. He was gone last year too. But is it Moore? The OC.
Oh, Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone. New regime in town for Mike McCarthy to bully around into what he wants.
That's right. For now.
Okay, there's some interesting options left here for me. 11, 12, and 12-1. But you did take my T. Higgins, so I think I'm going to have to get a little Cincinnati exposure. We've seen Jamar Chase go down with some injuries before. We've seen T. Higgins go down with injuries before. Tyler Boyd has left town. And I am going to go ahead and take the chance on Jermaine Burton, who should be the wide receiver 3 in that offense, especially if someone goes down and he steps into the number 2 receiver for Joe Burrow. That's just nasty value in the 11th.
Yeah, I think that's value that you cannot pass up. And we've seen Tyler Boyd be fairly productive in years past, and I feel like Jermaine Burton is I think he's more talented.
Oh yeah, he is extremely talented. He just had some off the field issues at points and times. Transfer from Georgia to Bama. So he didn't have the best college career, but he did flash. He's a speedster, very fast. He can take the top off of defense. He's going to get some opportunity with Joe Burrow. It's just a matter of what capacity. And if, like I said, if unfortunately T or Jamar Chase goes down, he's going to be in a wonderful spot.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And then my second pick, I went ahead and took who should be the starting slot receiver for the New England Patriots, Demario Douglas. Absolutely loved him coming out of Liberty last year. He could have a big year, especially if he is the starting receiver in the slot alongside. There's Jalen Polk, KJ Osborne, Kendrick Bourne, Javon Baker. Who else do they have there? They got a lot of receivers, but no true standouts.
Man, I'm surprised this guy made it back to me. I'll take Josh Downs here.
And took the double stack. I see you there. Very unconventional stack you got there, but it works, huh?
I figured why not.
Yeah, here in the 12th, you really can't do much worse. Can't do much better.
Right.
Now, when do you start thinking about your backup quarterback and your backup tight end, since you did go early on both of the positions and got elite guys, or could be elite with Anthony Richardson barring his health?
The QBs, I think I'm going to hold off a little bit longer because there's some older guys that I think are, still down the board. But I was thinking about taking a tight end here, and I think it's going to be a little bit of a sneaky one.
A sneaky tight end. I hope it's not who I'm looking at.
It probably will be.
That's not healthy for my team then.
You'll know as soon as this guy makes his pick, assuming he doesn't take him from me.
I'm loading up my queue now for quarterbacks. Hunter Henry, I do like that. Another New England pass-catching option. And Jonnu Smith is no longer in New England. Wait, was he ever there?
Yes, he
Maybe
was.
It wasn't
They signed. It was Jonnu Smith. They signed both of them the same offseason.
And they had Mike Gesicki as well. He's no longer there. Damn it, there goes Cole Kmet. 5 picks before me.
Was that who you were wanting?
That's who I was wanting. I needed second tight end, and it works well with Caleb Williams stacking. But go figure. Man, there's still a lot of good options for backup quarterbacks on the board. I think I'm right there with you. I'm just going to wait.
Yeah, I mean, I got Aaron Rodgers in the last draft, so I'm going to skip on him. I don't really want Deshaun. So I think I'm going to push off a little further.
There's one wide receiver I really want, and I'm hoping he falls to me. It's Wandell Robinson of the New York Giants. He's
Yeah,
going to
he's at the
gobble
top
up
of my
targets.
he's at the top of my queue for sure. I I feel like Neighbors comes in as absolutely the wide receiver 1 for the Giants, but Robinson's going to be wide receiver 2. They got to throw the ball to somebody. They don't have Saquon anymore. That offense has got to do something. Darren Waller, like you said, retired. They got to do something.
Yeah, they're going to have to find another tight end, whether it's Theo Johnson or Daniel Bellinger, who flashed a little bit previously. Yeah, so we're going to tap Wandell with the first one.
You going QB2 here?
I don't think so. There's plenty of guys I like for my quarterback too, because I'm going to be depending on Caleb week in and week out. So I don't really feel the need to grab one here. I think I can wait at least one more round. But I'm between Marshawn Lloyd and Kamani Vidal. I think I'm going to go ahead and go Marshawn Lloyd. Tack on another running back to the squad.
There you go. I don't hate it. Yeah,
I
we're
was
getting to
considering
the
our boy Isaiah Likely.
man. I'm hoping he makes it to me. That's who I'm picking next. I'm not even gonna lie. Just for the off chance, Mark Andrews has injury history. For the off chance that he misses some time,
I mean, there's not really many appealing options at tight end out there. Especially, I'm not trying to stack week 10 buys with Brock Bowers. I'm preferably looking somebody not on a week 10 buy.
right?
But yeah, that's just not looking. It's nasty. I do like Darnell Washington as maybe a last round flyer, and that Arthur Smith beautifully running offense there in Pittsburgh now behind Pat F. We know how Arthur Smith likes to use his tight end twos, and he's going to be a red zone threat. He can be with his monstrous size as long as he has to play left tackle.
That's right. Oh man, I'm really scrolling down the board now. There was a good little QB run there.
And there goes the Senator, Ben Sanat. Or Ben, yeah, whatever. But he was also on my queue as well.
Yeah, he was added in mine. I will not lie.
Okay, backing up Dalton Kincaid there. Wasn't sure if that manager grabbed the tight end or not yet. Oh, Roman Wilson from the Steelers. I love that pick here in the 14th.
Yeah, he was on my board too.
Wait a minute. You're going to go 3 tight ends in 14 rounds with Travis Kelce?
No. I might as well go quarterback here.
Baker. He was in my queue. He was probably top of my queue.
I feel like that little QB run scared me a little bit. So
yeah, since your last pick, we had some old crusties, A-Rod, Stafford, Geno, and now Baker. Oh, Kamani Vidal. He, of course, was the other running back I was tussling with. What do you think of Kamani Vidal out there in Los Angeles this year? Behind Gus Bus, potentially J.K. Dobbins, potentially Isaiah Spiller. What do you think of him?
I mean, I think he's plenty talented, but I just feel like that backfield is so. I just feel like there's too many guys.
There's bodies. They're not.
Yeah,
they're not good. They might not be healthy. There's just bodies piled up in front of him. Oh, right. Troy Franklin. Okay.
All right. I'm not terribly mad at it.
No, I actually love that pick. This guy's going my route with all the rookies. Leggett, Polk, now Franklin. Where are you headed with this next pick here in the 15th?
A guy that you really like. He plays running back.
Oh, no. You better Patriots. Not take Antonio Gibson.
I am taking Antonio Gibson.
That's it. You're off the show.
That's it. You're done. Out.
I love that pick. I love it, especially with the new kick return rules. Obviously, Underdog does not give points for return yardage. but they do 4 return touchdowns. And don't be surprised when he goes out there and gets 3 to 5 return touchdowns this year if he is returning kicks and punts in New England. He is a
Yeah, it's not out of
superb
the realm of
athlete.
not out of the realm of possibilities, that's for sure.
Malachi Corley, I like him as well. I love him, actually.
Yeah, he was in my queue. I was hoping he would make it to me again, but people are really going down the boards now and taking these rookies.
Yeah, it's rookie heaven now. Just letting it rip. Cheap. And we know how rookies are, especially at the wide receiver position. It really takes them half a season to start producing for you. So in a format like this in best ball, I love taking the rookies, obviously. Jermaine Burton I took, Keon Coleman. Might not damn. Isaiah Likely on an auto pick. That is shitty.
That sucks.
Especially when he already has Dallas Goedert and Dalton Schultz. But he does have Lamar Jackson, so still shitty.
Yes, I mean, the stack potential could be there, but I think it's silly to take a third tight end.
Here goes all the damn tight ends. We had Cade Otton, Isaiah Likely, Jonnu Smith, and Tyler Conklin. All 4 in a row.
And Noah Fant. Man.
Damn it.
You better just take JT Sanders.
Dude, he was my top queued up tight end. Damn. That sucked.
Yeah, that was a hell of a tight end run there.
Now I'm looking at quarterback. I'm looking at Will Levis, Bryce Young. I'm no longer looking. JJ it is.
JJ it is. Yeah, this late. You already got 2.
Yeah, and that all but solidifies it. I'm going to use one of my last picks on a third quarterback since I do have 2 rookies. One likely will not start the season as QB1. It's probably going to take him a month or 2 to supplant Sam Darnold. Maybe I think it's going to be shorter, but consensus seems to be it's going to be a month or 2 before we get something out of J.J. McCarthy. Oh, Tyrone Tracy. I love that one. Another potential special teams player.
Are you going with a third rookie quarterback late? I'm not going who I'm asking. I'm just asking for clarity.
I very well could be. Very well. Because JJ's bye week is week 6 and Caleb's is week 7.
Gotcha.
Well, that doesn't take out anybody that I've queued up, actually. So I got 4 options. Looking at still Will Levis, Bryce Young, Justin Fields. Call me crazy. Why not? And then I am looking at 2 other rookies, Bo Nix and Drake May.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't go Drake May just because same situation as JJ. Jacoby Brissett will probably open the season as the starter. I would feel much more comfortable with like a Bo Nix or Bryce Young. And same thing with Justin Fields. He probably won't be the week 1 starter. Even if he does start, there's no guarantee he's going to keep that job.
Right. You're looking at somebody to come in and is the starter.
Well, Devontae Walker, he was also someone I was looking at with Rashad Bateman, good old Shoddy B.
Yeah, I figured I'd toss his name in the hat.
I'm bogged down with receivers. I might be at my limit. I think I got 8 already. And I haven't taken 1 in 3 rounds.
Yeah, I'm at 8 now. I'm only at 4 running backs and 2 tight ends.
And I'm going to get a quarterback for sure. Potentially a third tight end since I do have 2 rookies, but there's really no other better options than what I have.
Right.
I might just throw another dart at the wall for a running back. Braylon Allen's there. Roshan Johnson. Our boy CEH still giving us some life.
Still holding on.
We saw it last year when Pacheco went down. He did perform and play pretty well in his absence. And when he did spell him.
Absolutely. Let me go Rashawn Johnson. Hopefully I can get him. There
I
we
love
go.
me some Roshan Johnson. Khalil Herbert doesn't do anything for me. Obviously, DeAndre Swift is there, but he does have some injury history. He's not a bell cow guy. Herbert and or Roshan Johnson are going to get a decent bit of work. And who's going to be the goal line back too? It's not going to be
Uh,
DeAndre Swift,
no,
surely.
absolutely not. I mean, I feel like DeAndre Swift was kind of a lost opportunity last year with Philly. His stock has already tanked a lot. I feel like it's, to me, is absolutely rock bottom to what it's been.
All the running backs are going. There's two guys I'm really liking right now.
Is
Oh,
one of them from
three.
Clemson?
Yep. I'm looking at Clyde, Keaton Mitchell, who is going to be out for quite some time, recovering from a late season torn ACL. Damn it, there went my quarterback of choice in Bryce Young. Damn it, damn it, damn it. But I'm looking at CEH, Keaton Mitchell, Will Shipley.
Yeah, Will Shipley's in my queue. He's at the top of my queue.
Yeah, Shipley would probably be my top one. We know Saquon. He's had many injuries. Unfortunately, I don't feel good about that. But Bo Nix, come on down. Why not? We'll close it out with another rookie.
There you go.
And close it out with 5 straight rookies. That sounds like a gump draft to me.
It sounds like a gump draft. That's right.
And then we have Jalen Tolbert. How do you feel about Tolbert? You are a Cowgirls fan, unfortunately. What do you think of Jalen Tolbert? Of course, we have CD, Braden Cooks, the top two. But then who else do you guys have? Jalen Tolbert. Was Jalen Brooks as well? Ryan Flournoy, I believe is how you pronounce his last name, rookie. After the top two, what do you think of your receiving room?
I mean, to me, it's a lot of unproven guys. Tolbert, I feel like, was a pretty hot name, at points last year. Didn't produce a whole lot, but I like Tolbert. I think as a wide receiver 3 here in the 18th round, I think that's pretty good value. He's a guy that he returns kicks too, doesn't he? So,
Possibly. At this point,
potential.
with the new rules, anybody that is not a top elite player, I'd say, could be in contention to return kicks because it's going to make a big impact on the game now once again. So if you can do something with the ball in your hands, athletic, can make people miss, you're fast, there's a good chance we're going to see a lot of these guys a kick return that we never seen before, never thought of. But you're up for your final pick. Where are you closing this one out at?
Man, I think I got to go. I think I got to go QB. I was wanting to take Drake May, but he does nothing for me because I would have 2 QBs with the week 14 bye. Do I go Michael Penix?
Is Justin Fields there?
He is.
He's week 9 bye.
I'll go Fields. Fields is in my queue.
Yeah, I think he has a better chance of playing than Penix.
I think so too.
More upside than Drake May. Easily.
Absolutely. That, and like I said, May's another week 14 bye. Anthony Richardson's a week 14 bye. So I need somebody, well, potentially,
You never know. We've seen, what was it, 50-something quarterbacks start a game last year, if I'm not mistaken. So injuries happen often. Crazy. And Justin Fields, he should be safe for the first month. So by the time your bye weeks roll in, he could be on the field for you. But that closes it out with Alexander Madison. Don't know why. Just he is such a big mystery to me, man. He looked so good and played so well in the absence of Dalvin Cook, but he finally gets handed the keys to the castle, and he absolutely does jack shit with it.
Yeah, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's like he plays better when he's not the guy, and we kind of talked about that last week because I did pick Alexander Madison last week. Didn't want to get exposure in this one. I like having different guys that, especially being in a different draft position. But it doesn't make sense, man. You get, like you said, you get the keys to the kingdom, you get the keys to the Ferrari, and you You just ain't got no gas in it.
No, and it just unfortunately some guys are just like that apparently. But that concludes the draft. We'll go ahead and take a look at Derrick's team first, since he had the honors of drafting. So at quarterback, he is sitting in Anthony Richardson, Baker Mayfield, and Justin Fields. Running back, Bijan Robinson, Jonathan Brooks, Ezekiel Elliott, Antonio Gibson, and Roshan Johnson. A little bit of a outside of Bijan, piecing together that running back room. I don't hate it,
I
especially if
kind of
Jonathan Brooks
had
is
to.
healthy.
Kind of had to. Yeah, I mean, I wanted to. This is to me is like a hero RB build. You got your one guy that's an absolute dog, but being that you start two running backs, you got to have somebody else to put back there.
Well, that's what happens when you take a running back at round 1, pick 4, and then you don't get another one till round 8, pick 93. So an 89 pick difference between your running backs. That's what you get with them.
I like Jonathan Brooks though.
Then at wide receiver, easily your strongest position, I would say, with Nico Collins, T. Higgins, Xavier Worthy, Jordan Addison, Brian Thomas Jr., Denny Mitchell, Josh Downs, and Tez Walker. I love it. I mean, we're looking at boom or bust with Tez Walker, Denny Mitchell, Brian Thomas Jr., and Xavier Worthy, and arguably Jordan Addison as well when he's staring down a healthy Justin Jefferson, but he will get to play without TJ Hawkinson for a good chunk of the season. So maybe we see him replicate a little bit of what he did last year without JJ, but instead without Hawk. But I love that wide receiver room for sure.
It's definitely my strongest point.
And then tight end, Travis Kelce and Hunter Henry. Nothing else needs to be said about that. Unfortunately, you did not get the Mahomes stack. I still can't believe he sniped you right in front of you when he already had Josh Allen. That was just fucking nuts.
Honestly, that kind of threw my through my whole draft, but it definitely threw me for a loop because I was looking to go a second quarterback there, or no, that was before I took Anthony Richardson. I was like, man, Patrick Mahomes, this would be sweet. Why do you take Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes in your first 4 rounds both? You know what I mean? Like that. One QB league, that makes no
zero
sense.
sense in one quarterback. Absolutely none. That is just a wasted pick, in my humble opinion. Never in any one quarterback draft would I ever take 2 quarterbacks. Oh, shit, broke my pin clip, of course. 2 quarterbacks in the first 4 rounds. That just, I don't see the strategy behind that other than to try to corner that market. But I think that hurts the team more than it hurts the league and other managers.
No, yeah. I feel like that hurts your team more because you're losing out on, somebody in the 4th round who's going to start every single week. You're I mean,
yeah.
6 in one hand, half dozen in the other, but now you've got 2 top 3 quarterbacks fighting every week to make your lineup, and you took them both in the first 4 rounds. I mean, back to back, I think rounds 3 and 4. Like it's definitely a wasted pick value wise. You could have taken, like I said, somebody who's guaranteed to hit your lineup every week.
I think I see what happened now looking at the board. I think they got their panties in a bunch. Probably got sniped on Dalton Kincaid to stack with Josh Allen and said, fuck it, I'm going to snipe the next guy.
Yeah, might have. It's definitely possible.
And that's the logic I'm going with. That's the only thing that I can make any sense of it. Don't agree with it still, but we'll see how this plays out for him or her, them.
Well, I mean, you look at it. I mean, he didn't need another quarterback. He could have went, like you said, George Pickens, Rashad White. He went back-to-back wide receivers the first 2 rounds. Joe Mixon, there's some good running backs there. You taking 2 quarterbacks back-to-back like that, again, it hinders your lineup. You're losing out on so much value at a different position because now you only one of them is going to start. It's stupid.
Yeah.
I think it's stupid.
Their difference in points is going to be very marginal.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, they secured an elite top 3, top 5 quarterback week in and week out.
Say that again. I missed what you said.
I mean, they secured a top 3 to 5 quarterback each and every week, no matter which one it is.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, it's definitely a positional advantage, but you could be losing out on. You're losing out on any other position.
Yeah, absolutely. But overall, how are you feeling about your team leaving this draft? And just keep in mind, this is weekly winners. We're not, correlating for week 16, 17, trying to hit the big week later in the year. We're looking to hit a big week every week and make a little bit of change from it. So how
I
are you
really like.
feeling?
Honestly, I like this team better than last week's team. There's a ton of upside on this. I feel like I mean, Travis Kelce, obviously, we're more dynasty guys, so we think long term. Again, Travis Kelce is still a top 2 tight end in my opinion in dynasty terms, but when it comes to redrafting fantasy points in the given year, I mean, he's a top. He's number 1. So I've got to edge up on every single team who doesn't have Travis Kelce. I do like this team. I like it a lot. My hindrance is probably running back because I got Bijan and, like you said, waited 89 picks to take a second running back. But I wanted to get some of those wide receivers, and it panned out. My wide receiver room is, I think, freaking nasty. I like
I'm right
this
there
team.
with you.
I like this team a lot. I really do. If Jonathan Brooks can, come in early season healthy, I mean, this is a good team. But I've got, again,
sure.
Zeke. I've got Zeke. I mean, I've got some insurance policies. I really like this team. I really do.
And good news for you, according to the projections on Underdog, for a weekly average, it looks like you were sitting in third.
Oh, I need to find that. Where do you see that at?
It's under the draft summary. So you're sitting in third with 188. The teams ahead of you are 190 and 201.
Well, the thing about that is because I've got a lot of rookies. So that could be, like Xavier Worthy. I think he's only projected for like 6 or 7. If some of these rookies hit, it could be great.
Oh yeah, and the manager that took the dual elite quarterbacks, he is or she, they are sitting in last for the projected weekly average. So
okay, I see under completed, but I'm trying to. How do you find compared to other teams?
Oh, you're killing me because I don't know how to get there. It's under live. Live best ball under NFL. Well, I don't know. Completed. Click on it. Click on it again. Oh, excuse me. Couldn't hit the mute button just in time. But once you click on the weekly winners, then you click on the weekly winners again, and it says draft summary. Then you'll see the list. And it says the averages next to each team name. Yeah, we'll go ahead and look at my team now. We'll just probably nickname this draft Rookie Mania. It's a quarterback, got 3 rookies, Caleb Williams, McCarthy, Bo Nix. Running back, 2 more rookies to pair with Jahmyr Gibbs, JT, and Tajay Spears. Those rookies being Marshawn Lloyd and Will Shipley. And then at receiver, Malik Neighbors, Devontae Smith, Jaden Reed, Roma Dunze, Keon Coleman, Jermaine Burton, Demario Douglas, and Wandell Robinson. And then a pair of rookie tight ends with Brock Bowers and Jatavion Sanders. So as far as the projected weekly average, looks like I'm sitting at 186, so 2 points behind you. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sitting in 6th, so right there, middle of the pack. But much like you, plenty of rookies, especially wide receiver. I got 4 of them. Both tight ends are rookies. All quarterbacks are rookies. So hopefully that number gets bumped up. But overall, I love this team. I think I'm going to be able to come out in the green and make some profit on this one. There's going to be some very, very big spike weeks, but there's going to be some very, very low weeks as well.
Yeah,
But
the only
overall,
thing I disliked about mine is that I've got like 4 guys on week 14 bye.
yeah, I think I have 5+ on week. What is it? Week 4? No, sorry, I have 4+ on week 5. So that week 5, I'm not getting a damn thing.
Right. Now that's week 14 for me. But the season's almost over, and this is a week-to-week thing anyway, so it's not, it's a little different format than what the one was last week.
Just take the week off. No big deal.
Exactly.
You got 16 other shots at it.
Right.
And it's 100K paid out each week. It's if you hit the top 4,000, you make $7 is the lowest. So you make almost your buying back off barely scraping in there. So I think my highest finish last year was like top 30. But I love this format. I'm excited to watch this team and see how it goes. We'll do a FanDuel best ball draft next week. I'll go ahead and remove the draft board and put these ugly mugs back on screen. But we'll do FanDuel next week, 2025 rookie preview this Friday here in, tomorrow. But like I said, we're on YouTube, so look us up at Gridiron Fantasy Show. Gridiron FS, I think, is our URL. Follow the podcast, Spotify, Apple, wherever you can get it. We should be on all platforms. Please give us a rating and review as well. Would really appreciate that. Sub on YouTube. We just started, so our second video would love some more subs, some likes. I think we're at 20 subs already, so our next goal is naturally going to be 50. Hopefully we can hit that this month of July. That would be fucking fantastic. And then give us a follow on Twitter at Gump7285, D_Cook93, and that's KOCH. And the podcast at Gridiron FS or Gridiron_FS, maybe. One of the two. I can't remember at the moment, since yours has an underscore in it. And then, of course, most of us are playing on Sleeper. If you didn't know, they do have a DFS platform as well within the app. So use our code GUMP, GUMP, for a first-time user deposit match up to $100. And you'll unlock the option to pick a special 0.5 prop, which is essentially a free square for one of your first slips to start building that bankroll right off the bat. But that's all I got. You got anything else, Derek, before we get out of here?
No, I just did want to clarify it is Gridiron_FS. I messed it up. I have an underscore in my name as well. If you're watching us on YouTube, our names, Twitter @ or X usernames are on the screen.
No X. It's Twitter. It's always been Twitter. It always will be.
I hear you, man. I hear you. Elon Musk changing shit. Him and his damn electric cars and shit. But appreciate you guys listening, and hopefully you're tuning in on YouTube and getting to look at these ugly faces.
Yeah, we'll see you guys again on the next episode later this week.
See ya. Thanks for listening.